Okay, so it's day 7 of just speaking what's on my mind. And it's Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving doesn't really do much for me. I don't know if it does anything for you. I woke up this morning though, just excited to have a day off and to maybe make my child self happy. It always seemed when I was a kid that holidays were super stressful. So I was just trying to think of ways that I can make myself happy this Thanksgiving, and not myself now, but my childhood self, to kind of heal some of that trauma so that maybe next year on Thanksgiving I can be a little more happy and present. So, what does that mean for you to make your child self happy? For me, it means that tuning into whatever it is that I'm feeling, that hesitation, that yucky about Thanksgiving, and figuring out where that came from. So, I would say it started when I was about 8 years old. That's where like my first thought went to, was 8 years old on Thanksgiving morning, excited for Thanksgiving. And then something happens with my parents, either they're fighting or who knows what. So who was I at 8? I was me, but I was super into art and playing. And I think I wanted to be a gymnast at that time. So really tuning into that little girl. And today, then to kind of heal that pain, to kind of be able to move forward and not have to sit in that sadness that I felt when I was a little girl. That means I have to maybe get my paints out, maybe go for a run, even though I'm not a runner, run down a hill, laugh, play, and just see where that takes me. It fills my heart with so much joy just to even think about it. And that's what all of this Joe Dispenza meditation, reprogramming, thinking about my thoughts, where they come from, the origin of them. That's the path that's where this path is taking me. It's taking me to those moments of lack, sadness, those that started really young, and understanding where they came from, that origin story. And I think that's so important that we don't do enough of. We walk around looking in the mirror, seeing sadness that isn't even from right now. And I really think we need to understand and start learning what our true reflections are, so that when we look in the mirror, we see somebody that's overcome so much and the power that's in that. And sometimes we need help with that. So there's opportunities to journal about, what does it mean to look in the mirror? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you see? What do you feel? And then it'd be really awesome if you asked someone that you love and care about what they saw. And if you don't have somebody to be that mirror for you, to hold that space, you could always just think about what your cat or your dog or your goldfish must see in you. Like, they see somebody who's responsible, who's loving, who brings immense joy. And we really need to remind ourselves, especially during this holiday season, that we are that person that brings all of that to the table. We don't have to worry about what we did 10 years ago or 20 years ago or who hurt us. We just need to use those opportunities to heal. And it not only heals ourselves, but it heals those around us, because when we are walking around and we're in relationships and we're carrying all this baggage from the past, that's heavy. That's heavy for everybody that's around. So if you lighten that load, if you really take the time to explore it, that's like the best Christmas gift you could give somebody, really, is your own self that's healed. And does that sound selfish to you? Does that make you feel that you should be doing more for other people? That's a really, really great way to think about a point in your life where you did start thinking about other people first and not your own self. Because at the end of all of this, we want to leave the world a better place than what we came into. And the only way we can do that is if we start healing ourselves and we start taking a hard look at ourselves in a way that's not a definition, not defining. We need to look beyond what we see in the mirror and what we think other people think of us. We have to reach way down deep, and we have to do some really hard healing. And when we do that hard healing, our heart heals, our relationships heal, the world will heal. There's no better gift than that.